Hello there, everyone. It's Mod Squad Ren coming at you with another couple videos today. This is a double feature. Just bear with me. It's 25 minutes long, but I had to get it in there. Today we're in our Bismarck. We're going to be taking out secondary battery mod, propulsion mod, our standard concealment system because I'm a BB main, and your secondary battery mod because why not? We're fully upgraded. Um, we're going to get into the stats of this right now. Artillery, 18.7 main battery kilometer, then 11.4 kilometer secondary range, 4400 HE main battery, and 116,000 or 11,600, I'm sorry, AP shell damage. So that fire setting chances for the main battery is 34% for fires, and then 5 and 6% respectively. So keep those stat numbers in mind. AA is kind of mediocre. My concealment's 13.3 at an 18.7 maximum range, so that's pretty good. It gives me a little leeway. The main focus of this build today is this insane combo I just discovered, courtesy of Spartan Elite 43. Flammable Cannoneer, Porcupine. We are running Marksmanship, and this Master Mechanic is crucial to this build. You must have this, most probably like 16. And then we're legendary 3 on hide, so we have the fight fire. Justinian Lions is the main core of this build, so any shells that I hit while popping my heal increases right now at 36%. So like add the 5 and 6% from my HE secondaries plus Hipper, it means I'm getting at least a 40% chance of fire when I'm popping my heal. For my secondaries. This is what Spartan runs um, on their Massachusetts build, except I wanted to do it on Bismarck. So let's take this out. So we spawn on, I believe it's Hotspot. I think so. So we're gonna spawn A, middle. I don't really like this spawn that very much. We have Zune with us today. For once, I'm gonna get Zune in a video. So he's in the Brandenburg. Um, that's the only tier 7 ship he likes to play. He's not that skilled at the game. Kind of he's getting a feel for it. But so I immediately made the call to rush Charlie because the carrier and there's 2 DDs at beta, so I wanted to overwhelm Charlie with as much battleships as we can possibly get over there. So I was telling Zune, hey, guns to port, and we're turning to starboard. Just a tiny bit. He's newer to the game, so like getting newer stats and all that, and like I'm trying to feed him all that information. So what's crucial to this build is I have 5 heals, right? And I have 3 secondary boosters. Anytime I pop that heal, you'll see me simultaneously, often than not, pop that secondary booster to maximize my fire chances with the dispersion of my secondary. So you see this Bismarck get spotted. He's a little too angled for me to take that shot. And then this other Bismarck gets spotted. He's sailing towards us. Really, really good angle presenting to me. I definitely want to take this shot. I do. I immediately get spotted because why not? I think I get at least 8k off of him right here. Yeah, that was like 10k. So yeah, we're at 10,142. First salvo pulled, pretty decent. Like I'm not having a dispersion build really on this, other than marksman. That really helps Bismarck a lot. He started angling a little bit more. I think we're gonna see. That was a really good 10k salvo. So my secondary start going off on him because I'm closing the gap here. I turn in anticipating he was also firing AP at me the second time. We already got a fire on busy here. Um, I'm keeping an eye out for a DD that's gonna pop in front of me. Zune gets torped by the carrier. Um, just a little bit, and we're keeping wary. So I think this is right about the time where I pop my sonar here. Yeah, because black's right there. I'm like, okay, and I pop the heal, pop the secondary buff, trying to get this guy off of the board. I know there's torps coming. Turn in. I don't think I take. Yeah, I don't take any from that salvo. I think I take one from this one, but you see we're awfully close to this enemy Bismarck at 3 kilometers. I really want this black off the board. He goes down. That's awesome. So I'm just telling Zune, hey, shoot this Bismarck. He's most likely going to ram me. So between he and I, we dispatch him. Boom, boom, shot out. Done deal. That Nelson I'm not worried about really right now. This Tirpitz is priority. I do not want him rushing in with Torps because it's a Tirpitz and that's what you do if you're a dumbass. If you want to fucking get off your Torps in a cap, you know, if there's a cruiser right in front of you, why not? So I need him off the board. He is broadside to me. I'm going to take advantage of that as much as I can. I still have my sonar running just in case he decides to throw Torps at me. Spoiler, he does. So I throw my salvo at him, aim high, just to get across his turtle back. I turn in, hoping to evade these torpedoes. I think, yeah, I evaded those completely. And I don't want to use my heals when there's no ships in my secondary range to proc extra fires. So I hold on to my heals until I see enemy ships within 10 kilometers of me. That is big. If you are mindful of those heals, that is going to absolutely dominate when you are paying attention to the game. Zune, I did not realize went down immediately, so I actually I got screwed up on my rudder there. That is no bueno, so had to con that. I'm getting harassed by the enemy carrier. That is not preferable either. So this Sharni is rushing. There's the DD in front of him, I believe, and the Nelson. So he's doing a good job distracting, so I can swing around, get across this island. The Riga is coming up behind me here. I believe it's a Riga. But he's going to assist with us. I see this Colorado. He's kind of at a decent angle for me to pen him. Not so much. I took the shot anyway because it's free damage. We get around trying to get around this corner because I want this Nelson dead. He's priority number 1. That's why I'm saving my heal to get around this corner to proc him. So we got a Kagero over there. I think he got him with a Torp, or the Sharni did. Sharni takes him down with the flood, so that's good. Cruiser to my port side starts opening fire, and I take this shot at this broadside Bismarck. Immediately secondary prioritize Colorado and pop both of my heal and my secondary booster because he's within 10 kilometers. Instant fire, and I am shooting at least two or three of his planes down from the carrier, all the while getting consecutive hits with my secondaries. We are at least one fire from the secondaries at 10 kilometers, guys. That's pretty nice. Just to guarantee that I'm getting consecutive damage. We're at 120,000 damage, and there's still 5 ships left in the game. So it's very very tanky. I'm still at 2/3 of my health. And this Colorado unfortunately just has nowhere to go. I have prioritized all of my firepower into getting the closest ship in my immediate vicinity off of the board. Um, and this Bismarck is next, or so I thought. We're evading the carrier, trying our best to mitigate that stupid AA from the Bismarck that is notorious for. We spot this Baltimore. I think I take this salvo. I know that his bow completely negates my 15 inches. I was trying to aim up higher for his superstructure. I did not get the kill there, unfortunately. That would have been my Kraken if we nabbed that kill. That's just how the cookie crumbles. But as soon as I pull the trigger here, I believe our other battleship gets him or he dies to a fire, I think. Yeah, no. The Leon gets him and this is, I believe, the point where I was debating on popping my heel for this Bismarck. He is within secondary ranges. My secondaries are occasionally going off of my bow. It's not really a favorable position because I really want to swing out and get all of my guns to bear on him, and that's when I noticed the enemy carrier. He is priority number 1. So, shout out, AP loaded. At this point, I really don't care that he's assaulting me. We angle up Citadel on the Implacable. Immediate fire. I pop my heel for that extra fire chance. In 5 seconds, we're going to have our booster for our secondaries. We're going to proc that immediately. Because I have now I had one ship in front of me. So we want this Bismarck dead because he's still has a fire chance possibility for us for his secondaries. And he just set me on fire. So, and then the carrier got me with one last salvo from HE. There's a Confederate. Starting to get a little anxious that I was hoping to get the Kraken here, but we're just whittling him away with our secondaries. We're at 154,000 damage. And that's just mainly consecutive secondary fire. At least maybe 2 fires at a time, burning people. Gosh, he's sailing kind of away. It's not really gonna save him because I believe I kill him this next salvo. It is what it is. No, Riga kills him, and then that is the game. I ended up with after I level these things up, I get some steel. 171,000 damage. Dreadnought, Fireproof, Confederate, First Blood, High Cal, 53 main battery, 3 kills, damn near 3,000 base XP, 200,000 credits earned. I can't remember exactly what else I had on that medal, but that was game number 1. Game number 2 has to do with Prince Eitel Frederick. Now, on this ship, we will be running the secondary module, and we will be running the damage control system mod. Stats, 17.2 main battery range, 27% HE main battery, 10,000 AP, and I believe 6.8 secondary range. The rest is mediocre stats-wise. 13.4 concealment's really nice, though, for a tier 5. Same build as Bismarck before. Just going over, making sure that I have everything the way I want it. You're going to need those 5 heals, preferably. You are a tank. You are a German battleship. And here we go. Here's the second game, guys. So we are on Atlantic this time. I do have Zune again in this game. Oh shoot, I forgot I forgot to cut it. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. So Zune is in the Bayern on my starboard stern aft of me. Yep, 13.4 concealment, 17.2 main battery, 6.8 secondary. So I notice the fact that um, there already is a BB towards Alpha. There are just cruisers, or already is a BB towards Charlie. There are just cruisers at Alpha. I tag Alpha Cap for Zune and I to rush. We are going to sail basically straight line to Alpha Cap, trying to hug behind the island. Um, Eventually, we'll get there. I did not know what this other cruiser that was peeling off was doing, but you know, you gotta love the blue team, right? So for right off the bat, there is no destroyers in this game, so that's a really good thing. It means I don't have to worry as much about getting caught with my pants down and full broadside to a torpedo salvo, rounding a corner. So you love to see it. I am all set and ready with my secondaries, though, just in case that were a problem. Le Gleationnier pulls out, relatively angled, waiting for all of my guns to bear to get a full salvo. I kind of screwed the pooch on this shot. Also, German battleships are notoriously inaccurate unless it's my Bismarck or Tirpitz. Pull half his health, 6,000. Zune is just now opening fire. So we're basically battleship row to Alpha Cap, because our cruisers are sailing bow into their enemy cruisers. Basically, it's a whole clusterfest over there. This is a pretty boring part of the match. The real exciting stuff's towards the end. Kirov, I don't know what he was thinking here, but it's getting late for me, guys. I'm recording this at 3 in the morning. I saw Gleationnier go full out turn, and he goes down. Dev strike, first blood. There we go. We're at 28k. So my next target was hopefully this Kirov, if I could get a salvo over the mountain before he went behind it. I don't think I shoot New Mexico. Yeah, so Kirov is not a viable shot. There are two of them. I think I shoot this Königsberg. Yeah, like right through this island gap to see if I can reset that base any chance I get. That's yep. There's a reset. Congo is sitting broadside. Had I saved the salvo, I probably could have squeezed this through this island gap and caught him off guard completely, but that does not happen. And this is the part where it kind of gets a little boring for the next minute. Zune is sitting a kilometer and a half behind me. We are trailed by a cruiser. And I'm getting ready to eye up this Congo. And that is when I start slowing down because I don't want to sail broadside in front of this Congo if I don't have to. We are capping. Take the shot. I'm hoping that I can get a pen off him, and that's when I notice Prince Eitel Frederick in front of me. So this guy is a piece of work. It's Prince Eitel is a pretty strong ship, except if you catch it broadside. That's the one weakness. It does have a raised citadel and not a turtleback armor scheme, so I'm mindful of that. So I'm basically playing chicken with him because he could do the same shit back to me. And then I see this Omaha at 5.6 kilometers after I pump another salvo into the Eitel Frederick. my secondaries are trying their best. I believe we already got a fire off of him. I immediately aim for Omaha because I know this guy has torps. That is a no-go. I need him dead in order for our cruiser to push around from behind me in Alpha Cap, see if he can set fires on an ITIL Frederick. Unfortunately, Omaha goes behind the island. I have no shot. I am just focused on trying to capture this base, turn out, reposition, and get a favorable angle on this ITIL Frederick. So I'm aiming for waterline. He is turning in towards me, so he's raising that citadel. Kind of not the penetration I was looking for. I should have aimed a little shorter. His citadel is located more midship instead of the traditional cheek that you find on most battleships. So this New Mexico is starting to get within range of my secondaries. Within a kilometer or so, I take a shot at this Königsberg and then immediately start shifting my guns. Because this guy has to go. Zune is in an engagement with him. I kill the Königsberg with that front gun salvo. He's dead. We don't have to worry about that. 88,000 damage. As of right now, there are still 5 ships left in the game. We want this New Mexico off the board. He will harass my friend. Currently, I'm waiting for my stern guns to turn around. We go ahead and smack this guy for about 6k. In the cheek, that's where you want to aim for. American BBs is generally at a 45-degree angle of attack towards their bow. Right under their first and second turret is where you want to get those shots. Zune is trying to do a drive-by, and I believe he gets like one shot off of him, but I wanted to get all of my guns to bear. I smack him and finish him with my front guns and discharge my aft stern guns. And ITIL Frederick comes around for another play at me. I immediately pop my secondary booster. I am turning all the way in to meet him. I want to do a drive-by on this guy if I can. My guns are completely slow as molasses on this ship. I think they're slower than Bayern. I told Zune, hey, we're not focusing on that Pensacola. This battleship has to go. So like we can worry about him later. Prince ITIL starts to turn in to meet me as well, and I was starting to get worried. He was gonna ram. I popped my heel just to make any chance of me getting an extra fire on him in case he survives. So I'm at this point I'm just like, oh god, I have to kill him right here, or we're gonna drive by each other. And had I waited, I probably could have got this kill instead of Zune, and that would have been my Kraken. But I got hasty and rushed the shot into his bow instead of directly at his broadside, and that cost me the Kraken. So patience, even though that it may have looked like I was about to be rammed, he already turned out enough that he could not recover that turn, and he would kept turning to his starboard. And I believe this is the Pensacola is the last ship on the map to receive some incoming damage. Smack him for like 3k, I think, right there. I think I got overpens on that salvo. Yep. And then he's setting me on fire. Not really much I can do about it. I really don't care. He's gonna die. I get my heal back in 10 seconds. Unless he starts hitting me with AP, which I'm grateful he didn't. There's no way he's dead right here. Ain't no way. 132,000 damage, I believe we finished with. Let me skip that, I believe. Yep. And then Earn all of that steel. 136,000. First Blood High Cal Death Strike. 4 kills. Almost got the Kraken. 2.6 base XP. 400,000 credits earned. And that will be the double feature video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and comment. Let me know what you think. And I will see you all